Shoplifters, directed by Hirokazu Koreeda, is one of the most representative works of contemporary Japanese cinema. The film portrays a group of people living on the fringes of society, individuals who share no blood ties, yet form an unconventional family through shared survival. They rely on small thefts and part-time jobs to make a living, and within their cramped living space, they depend on each other for warmth and belonging. What interests me most is the relationship among the 6 family members, who, despite being unrelated by blood, live together and care for one another as if they truly were family. Rather than using dramatic storytelling, Koreeda reveals their connection through subtle framing and delicate composition, allowing intimacy and dependency to emerge visually and naturally. In this video essay, I will focus on the scenes where all 6 characters appear within the same frame, analyzing how the film's framing and shot composition express their fragile yet heartfelt sense of family. The first scene I analyze is the dinner sequence right after Yuri is brought home for the first time. This moment presents the entire family within a single frame, revealing the coexistence of intimacy and confinement. The composition is distinctly closed, as the 5 characters nearly fill the frame, leaving almost no empty space. Koreeda arranges them across 3 spatial layers: the blurred hands and bowls in the foreground, the facial expressions in the middle ground, and the cluttered domestic details in the background, forming a dense yet balanced visual structure. At the center of the frame sits Yuri, the little girl who has just been brought into the family. She serves not only as the visual focal point but also gradually becomes the emotional core of the group. By positioning her at the intersection of everyone's gaze and gestures, the director subtly suggests that her arrival will reshape the family's relationships and emotional order. The static, eye-level camera allows the audience to share the same physical and emotional space, becoming a participant rather than an observer. Through this composition, Koreeda transforms the limited physical space into emotional closeness. The second scene I analyze is the moment when the family listens to fireworks at night. Although the fireworks themselves never appear on screen, Koreeda transforms the sound into a visual experience of unity and limitation through composition. Filmed from a high-angle perspective, the 6 family members are tightly arranged along a diagonal line stretching from the bottom right to the upper left of the frame. This diagonal composition introduces direction and movement into an otherwise static image, guiding the viewer's eyes upward along the characters' gazes to imagine the unseen fireworks beyond the frame, a visual translation of the inner longing that extends from the image to the off-screen world. The space of the frame is divided into 3 layers. The faint plants and shadows in the lower left form the foreground, adding depth and texture. The 6 characters occupy the mid-ground, compressed into a single band-like plane that visually binds them together as a collective, and the background is enclosed by dark walls and the edge of the roof, providing both contrast and confinement for the subjects. Although everyone's gaze is directed upward toward the sky, as if reaching for openness and hope, the roof cuts diagonally into the frame from above, creating a strong visual boundary. In terms of visual weight, the illuminated strip where the family sits contrasts sharply with the surrounding darkness. The concentration of light not only balances the composition but also symbolizes the warmth and sense of belonging that momentarily unite them. Their aligned gazes form a single visual vector, merging 6 individuals into one emotional entity. Yet this harmony is fleeting. The light and framing temporarily stitch them together, while the shadows and negative space quietly remind us that this family's unity is ultimately confined by reality. The third scene I analyze is the one where Nobuo burns Yuri's old clothes at the doorway. The composition follows a layered diagonal structure. Nobuo and Yuri sit in the foreground, their physical closeness, the embrace, the leaning together, and their shared gaze toward the fire, becomes the emotional and visual center of the frame. Behind them, the other family members are placed deeper within the space, forming a clear vertical depth hierarchy. Through the use of depth of field, Koreeda visualizes the emotional distance within the family. The focus remains sharp on the mother and child in the foreground, while the background figures are softly blurred, suggesting both connection and separation. The door frame and architectural lines create a natural instance of framing within framing. The doorway divides the inside and outside space. The warm indoor light contrasts with the darkness outside, creating visual tension and spatial contrast. The viewer's attention follows Nobuo's gesture as she extends her arm forward to place the old clothes into the fire, forming a horizontal vector that connects the flame, Yuri, and the family's shared past along a single visual and emotional axis. Through this composition, Koreeda achieves a perfect synchronization between space and emotion. Through these scenes, we can see that the framing in Shoplifters is far more than an aesthetic choice. It serves as a visual extension of emotion, space, and human connection. Koreeda's camera never imposes, it observes with tenderness. Ultimately, the film's visual language echoes its central theme: even within limitation, people continue to create their own form of belonging.